Hey everybody, it's Ben, and in this video, I'm going to show you a few of my favorite date formulas and how to more effectively work with dates inside of Business Central. For this video, we'll be creating some different payment terms in the system, but please note these dates work with more than just payment terms. Another very popular example is recurring documents, like those recurring general journals that you know and love, as well as the recurring sales documents that we've created in our invoice and statement delivery tool, just to name a few. All right, so let's get started with an easy one first. We've got net 30 right here. In this case, you'll see the due date calculation is 30D. This basically tells Business Central to go 30 days into the future. Whereas if you had D30 instead, with the D preceding that number, this means you'd want to find the next 30th day of the month, regardless of what day it currently is today. Similarly, we have 0D right here. That'll put in today's date or have it be due upon receipt, or even 60D. It's going to go 60 days from now rather than the 30 that we saw originally. All right, so pretty easy use case there. Let's turn up the difficulty with example number 2. Here we've got first D and M, which I have as the first day of the next month. In this case, you can see that we've used formula 1M minus CM. Essentially what this means is go 1 month out from today, and then that minus CM will give them the first day of that month. Our third example is going to be the last day of that next month. Like I said, just do CM plus CM this time, right? So 1M plus CM, like we see in that formula, instead of the minus CM like we did in example number 2, then you're all in the clear. This is going to put you again into the next month with that 1M, and then it will give you the last day of that month by using the plus CM. So with this, now's probably a good time to look at a few resources from Microsoft Learn. I'll put both of these links, actually there's 4, I'll put all 4 of these links in the comments below. But here you can see various date functions and expressions. Some of my favorites include that D15 or 15D. Again, remember that day can be used to either give the 15th day of the next month or just simply 15 days from today. This C that we have up here, very, very important. It's going to be the beginning or end of any period. So again, minus is going to give you the beginning, plus is going to give you the end, and those periods can be D for day, W for week, M for month, Q for quarter, or Y for year. And again, that C is going to be the current day, current week, current month, again, whatever you've got there. And then finally, combining functions. So if we scroll down, we can see a ton of other functions like this and expressions. If I scroll across the top here, I'll drop all of these in the comments and the description, but a ton of different ways to do a ton of different things with dates in Business Central. So that combination that I'm talking about, we saw the 1M minus CM to get the first day of the next month. I use that very regularly. And again, payment terms are an example, but recurring documents is probably even a better use case when we get into combining those functions. All right, so let's finish it up with 2 more scenarios, and again, up the level of difficulty just one more time here. So in our 4th example that we have highlighted here, 15th NM, this combines the date formulas as I mentioned before. If we look at our due date calculation, this will essentially go to the end of the current month and then put the due date as the 15th day, again, because the D is first before the 15 of the following month, as opposed to doing the 15D, which will put you 15 days out. Although in this case, both would yield similar results, probably within a day of each other. All right, so for my final act of the session, this one did stump me a bit when a client had asked for it, but ultimately got me excited even more to create this video. So that's going to be this 15th P60, or 15th plus 60 days. So the request was to find the next 15th of the month and then make the due date 60 days from that date. So if the invoice date was 3/10, let's say, it would go find the next 15th, which is just 5 days later, 3/15, and then add 60 days to that, making the invoice due on 5/15. However, if the invoice was posted just 6 days later on 3/16, it would find the next 15th this time, which is now 4/15, again add 60 days to that, making the due date 6/15. Now due a month later than an invoice that was paid just 6 days before. A bit tricky, but totally doable inside of Dynamics 365 Business Central by using that D15 plus 60D formula that you see here. So A ton of combinations. We only looked at 5, but that does wrap this up with those 5 examples that I wanted to show to you today. Remember, though, that this is the tip of the iceberg, and these can be combined in so many different ways and utilized throughout the system, not only just on the payment terms and some of the recurring documents that we showed, but so much more. So thanks again for tuning in to learn more about the date formulas and how you can get everything set up. I'd highly recommend going out and checking part 2, where we're going to actually show you how to use all of these payment terms and formulas for the dates on actual sales orders when selected as payment terms for a given customer or sales order, and how to then calculate the due dates on those. If you have any questions on how to optimize Dynamics 365 Business Central, please do not hesitate to reach out. I hope that everybody has a great day.